evening, and thank you for coming this evening. We appreciate your support. We are the Macon County Sheltered Workshop, known as Macon Diversified Industries, and you're here today to learn about the world of recycling and how the Macon County Sheltered Workshop operates their recycle center. It should be a fairly exciting program. I hope you don't fall asleep bored on me. Tonight, what we're going to kind of talk about is what MDI takes, how we employ our employees, that kind of thing. We do have a concession stand back here in the back that the Macon JCs are providing. It's a fundraiser for Macon Diversified, so if you'd like to inhabit that, we have some wonderful smelling popcorn back there. But without further delay, I'll introduce you to the Macon County Sheltered Workshop. Since about 1986, they have been the only choice for recycling here in Macon County, and they have been employing up to 30 employees with disabilities out of the sheltered workshop. Most sheltered workshops in Missouri focus on industry types that will be supportive to their community, and a lot of them do tap into recycling in an effort to do that. Sheltered workshops are to contract or create dignified jobs for people with disabilities. That's our nonprofit mission. It's in an effort to see if that they can support themselves independently through work. And as always, you know, everybody likes to have a job. Everybody likes to feel important. So that's our hardcore mission, is to employ people with disabilities. Let's delve into the world of recycling and talk about the Recycle Center. The Recycle Center's main source of income is, the Sheltered Workshop's main source of income is our Recycle Center. We collect different types of products there, and I'm going to kind of concentrate on the materials that we do take, but there are some that I'm going to mention that we don't take, and that's because we get a lot of questions on them, so I wanted to make sure you had the information, the correct information. Please keep in mind that recyclables, when you donate them, should be clean and dry. And the first list on the category there is paper. Paper comes in the form of junk mail, newspapers, books, any type of paper. It's easiest to recognize, and MDI accepts all those types. If you shred paper, it's important to bag it separately and bag it securely so that it doesn't create litter waste. That's one of the things that we get a lot of in the yellow bin. People put their shredded paper in there, but they don't securely tie it, and the next thing you know, it's blowing around. You know, we're not around to try to create an eyesore. We want to make sure that everybody's using that correctly. We do take plastic, but only the items marked with resin codes 1 and 2. I'll discuss a little later what a resin code is and why we only take 1s and 2s. We take donations of clean and dry steel food cans, and yes, you can leave the labels on. That's perfectly fine. And then any kind of soft cover book, hard cover book. The church produces a lot of hymnals for us. The library, when they're getting out all the different books that aren't moving and things like that, they'll donate those to us, and we appreciate those. We also handle textiles. Textiles are any kind of fabric made items like bedding, curtains, towels, drapes, every piece of clothing you've ever seen in your life. We also take leather-made goods and shoes. And shoes will start in the thrift store, and so we'll close. They'll start in the thrift store and what can't be sold or used. And if your shoes are just that raggedy, we'll throw them in the recycle bin. So just make sure that you're bringing anything for us to look at, and it'll wind up with good use if it's made up of textile. Textiles also include stuffed animals, but anything made with polyfill. We accept beverage can donations. We actually buy out scrap aluminum for competitive salvage yard prices, and we're going to save you a little money because we're right here in town instead of going clear to Clarence or Moberly. We also accept donations of small scrap metal. That is something that we're kind of relatively new to. We've not advertised that in any way, but we get so much left over from the thrift store, we thought, why not start throwing it on a truck and we'll take it, and we take it down to the scrapyard. Now we take a look at some material types which are recyclable, but not accepted at MDI. Glass we do not take, and there's a simple reason for it. It creates a little bit of a hazard for the employees, but the plain truth of it is, glass, by the time a recovery facility comes and gets the glass we generate in a rural area, they've wasted their money because just getting to us with fuel costs is too expensive. So it's kind of like my husband's baseball card collection, pretty much worthless until somebody will buy it from you, and we can't find a buyer for it, so we don't bother. Now some of the glass types up here are not even recyclable, so we definitely don't want anything like that. And the trick there to it is the ceramic dishware and glasses and window panes and mirrors. Sometimes they'll have a value to us in our thrift store, and we'll use them there. And then, yes, we have to throw them away into the dumpster, but at the same time, it's because they're not recyclable. So, is anybody hooked? Reference to hooked. Anybody hooked on recycling yet? Thinking about doing that in your home? Hopefully you're thinking about it because it's an important issue. And hopefully you're going to take your friends and your family along with you. It doesn't have to be a full-time job. That's what our job is for. And starting small is the key to understanding exactly what you're capable of. Remember I said I wanted to come back to the subject of reuse? Well, we're going to start here with some beautiful jewelry and handbags. I love a good handbag, don't you? Yes. These are things that some of the kids today are making. I just thought they were very pretty and very interesting. They can show you all day long how to weave a can tab into something cool. There's also reuse art. Some art forms are being made. My puppy dog down here is buttons and lids. There's a steel food can and things like that. Very interesting to see what everybody can do. One of the projects I want to try to do here in town is an art contest using reused products. I think it'd be very fun to see what everybody can come up with. Functional design is something that has been around for quite a long time, really. The Buddhist temple down here is 1 million brown and glass bottles. It is naturally insulated, things like that, but it just absolutely looks beautiful. Cardboard furniture should be very cheap, don't you think? They're making it out of a box. It comes in a box that's made of a box. No. Some of these kits that you can find on the internet are very costly. In fact, I looked up one, it was about $180 for a cardboard chair that you put together yourself, by the way. I was like, wow, okay. We had one donated out at the thrift store one day that we thought was pretty cool. Somebody worked really hard on that thing. And this one here is just functional design. You've got tires for walls, plastic 2-liter bottles for walls. This one here puts glass into walls to make it pretty. But our best part is Timeless Treasure Thrift Store. We opened 10 years ago in 2003, and we're celebrating 10 years this year. There's our hours. We're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 3:30. We have started opening up the first Saturday of every month from 9 to 3, and of course Tuesday nights until 6 p.m. It is based on donations that start with the public. If you guys have something that you're no longer going to use, it still has a sale value, a resale value, like if it was something you'd put in the garage sale, bring it on down. We'll take care of it, and we'll clean it up, put it in the store. We keep our prices low so that everybody in the community can benefit from our store. We take most anything with a resale value that includes working electronics, clothing, furniture, household items. Nothing's too strange. We get every other day I'll have something. Could you really use that at the store? Yes, I got a buyer for it already. Bring it here, please. So it's ironic what things will sell in the thrift store. And then keep in mind that every donation that you make to either MDI or the Timeless Treasures Thrift Store is going to support employment for disabled people. And that's an important mission that we do. We have our clothing sections. We have a furniture room. We have sizes from 0 to 06X to youth and adults and all that. Okay, one more number for you. One more number. Aluminum foil. One Little Kiss. They make 80,000 of these a day. And all that aluminum foil is pretty thin, don't you think? But it could cover 41 football fields in a day. Not everybody has that kind of time to recycle, though, right? Only if they have nothing else going on in their life at all. But the main thing that I want you to remember with that number is the fact that every little bit helps. Even if you're going to just take on cardboard or just take on paper, things like that, it's important that you're doing just a little bit of something, because it really does help people in our community that are looking for jobs, and some of them don't have another choice for working. I have employees that have been there for 30 years. I have employees that are just starting out in life and trying to make their own way and earn their independence. And they need the help and work skills that we have out there. So it's a very important nonprofit mission. And that's all I have for you this evening.